our aspirations as referees, future goals, role models, and most recently our experiences at Under-14 Junior National Championships in Newcastle and Maitland.
Sure. So I started refereeing about 6 years ago now, back in 2010, got my C grade. I thought I was a pretty terrible referee when I first started out. It took me about, I was probably the last person in my course to actually get my stripes. From there, onwards and upwards, B grade, A grade, just recently got my 2A. So that's when I started. I currently am the Monday night supervisor alongside Sam McGrath. I'm part of the committee and I run the tribunals this year.
So yeah, I started refereeing in 2009. I was 14 years old. Got my C grade in August 2009, my B grade in March 2010, A grade in June 2011, and then my 2A last year in July. I'm currently the Wednesday night supervisor with James Freeman. I also am on the committee and doing stat decks, working with children, compliance things. Previously I did tribunals, which I handballed over to Jordan, and I was also the Tuesday nights supervisor as well as the minute secretary. So just on our recent experiences at the Under-14 Championships. So how the tournament ran is on this Sunday, day one, we had a 12 o'clock flight to Newcastle, where we were picked up by a bus and taken straight to the stadium, where we did a on-court session where we did mechanics. We also did calling of the game, a fitness test, which we were all required to do in class. And then we also did a theory session where we spoke about the requirements of the tournament, calling of the game. And we were also lucky enough to have the Olympic referee Scott Becker, who spoke to us about his recent experiences in Rio and some of the things that he had to deal with, which was really inspiring. Yeah, and after that we went out for dinner as a group, did a bit of bonding, getting to know each other, and then the next morning on the Monday, we had the opening ceremony where all the teams were there. We all walked in as a group, and yeah, then the tournament started that day as well at 10 AM. Every night we had a meeting as a group at 10:30 at night, so we didn't really get to bed until about 11:30 most nights, so lack of sleep was a bit of an issue, but we got through. We also had a fine session every night where we were allowed to fine each other 20 cents for funny things that happened or if someone did something silly, and we ended up putting all the money to charity at the end. We ended up raising $400. Yeah. There was 48 referees, so it's a lot. So yeah, and we put all that money towards leukemia and then half to Beyond Blue. So we split the money, $200 each charity.
Yeah, sure. So at the actual tournament, and we're helping run, it was the very first tournament where we had combined boys and girls running the same tournament. So we're both repping boys and girls during the same day. It was pretty challenging going from boys to girls, adjusting your refereeing sort of style sometimes to some different games, different coaches sort of thing. 48 referees, a hell of a lot of referees for one tournament. So it was very challenging to get games and that kind of stuff, so moving on and stuff. Venues were at Newcastle and Maitland, so we're right around the corner from Newcastle, 3 minutes. Take a walk if you're on the later games, if you're lucky. 30 minutes away from the other venue, which was unlucky, Maitland. If you're on that game for the day, too bad, 7:30 on the bus off to the Maitland. Games were very challenging for me, my very first nationals. Adjusting to the level, getting up there, getting the games, running up and down, looking like a professional referee was very challenging for me. It was probably one of the hardest things. But yeah, that's kind of like the day-to-day running of the things. We got referee coached on every single game, so we got told how we did, what we did wrong, and we had video of every single clip of every single call we had at the game, which was very helpful to understand. You have an angle of whether you made the wrong or right call, and you can tell, well, I was out of position and I made the wrong or right call for a reason. So it was very helpful for my development personally as a referee, just going away for the week and stuff like that.
Yeah, for me the biggest challenge was, I think, as Jordan said, having so many people watching you at one time, commissioners on the court being video evaluated. Also the crowds were really loud and really hard to try and mentally stay focused and not get caught up in the emotion of the games, especially like later on in the week. So that was good. Added a lot of atmosphere and exciting challenges to the games. Best part of the experience?
Oh, well, the best part was just being there for me. Getting up there and being with all these really great referees and having to referee with all these people who from all across the country was probably the biggest thing for me, and having to get on the same page, make sure we're doing the same thing on the game, and doing the best thing for that game on that particular day was probably the biggest challenge, and probably the best part for me was just refereeing people, new people, getting to know people, made a hell of a lot of new friends from across the country now, and hopefully go back next year, meet them again, see them again, or maybe they'll go to 16s with Meaghan next year.
Same as Jordan, best part of experience was building that close relationship with 48 referees. You know, we spend 24 hours a day together, so you do become very close, and obviously people I went with last year, you get to see them again. So that was really good. We all became really close, made some good memories and had a lot of fun. There was a lot of banter, as you can tell with the fines. We had a lot of dirt on each other, so yeah, that was good. A really good week. Best memory?
Probably the best memory is my last game. We had I got to do it with my roommate, actually, who I had for the week. So me and him actually talking throughout the whole week about how we went, and finally being able to do the last game together, referee together and come together, was probably the best experience for me during the week.
Best memory, as I said, the friendships you build. But the gold medal game that I did was really good. I got to ref Knox, so it was a close game, good atmosphere, as I said, intense game, so that was my best memory. Biggest influences on our career?
There's probably a few of the people in this room. So we got Daniel, Brad and Ian, who are probably the three biggest people that have probably pushed me to be the best referee I can be. Currently, Gerald as well, she's really pushing me to do the best I can on every single game I do, how to better myself, do those little 1% things that really will make me a better referee, and they're my influences at the moment.
My two biggest influences would be Brad Shee, Daniel Batty. Both push me to be better, whether it's sending their clips from Seagull games or just giving me advice, feedback. They're the two probably biggest influences for me.
I did not put them up to that.
I did. How much did you raise?
Brad,
Oh, sorry.
mentors and role models?
So at the moment, I had a lot during the tournament. We actually got given a mentor, and Guy Richards has actually kept in contact with me over the coming week and stuff. And he's recently had his very first WMBL game. So he's the kind of person I'm looking at the moment. He's my role model. He's the kind of person that I aspire to be like, and he's just a really great. He really helped me out during the tournament, and he's at the moment he's my number one role model for refereeing.
I have two role models at the moment. So someone would be Sarah Carey, obviously a female figure in the refereeing community who's been very successful, and Chris Reed, who's obviously started at Knox and is proof that it does begin here at Knox and it is possible. So those two people have been my biggest role models.
My short-term goal for next year actually is just to go back to 14s nationals, push myself to do better than I did last year, possibly get a medal game. I know it's not all about going to nationals and getting a medal, but next year I just want to go there and do my best I can. That's my aim for every year. My long-term goal, in the very long term, is to get on Seaball. That would be my long-term goal.
My short-term goal would be attending under 16s next year in Perth, and getting a championship men's game on Big V. So just moving up the panel and doing some better games. And long-term goal, ultimate, would be WMBL. Advice for incoming referees?
My advice for anyone in this room or anyone who watches this later on, because I know it's being video, is for you guys to just take on feedback, okay? Anything your supervisors give you, it doesn't matter who you're refereeing, ask them for advice, okay? They're going to tell you something. They're going to be truthful with you, okay? They're going to tell you how you can improve, where you can stand, how you can make a better call, these kinds of things. These are the kind of things you need to ask as well. You can't always rely on other people to give you advice, okay? So you go out and ask for that advice. They're always going to be willing to help, okay? These guys around the room are proof that they're willing to help you guys, okay?
My advice would be pretty similar to Jordan. Implement and take on any feedback that's given to you. Work hard and have realistic goals, as well as enjoy the journey. Like, you meet a lot of great people and make really good friendships from refereeing, so enjoy those friendships and take everything that comes with it. And I think lastly, does anyone have any questions for us that they want to ask about nationals or anything?
Yeah, how did the Knox teams go, please?